Hello and welcome to Did We Do It? This is the accountability piece at the end of the week. Just an encouragement to remind you that if it didn't go as planned or if it didn't go as perfect as you had hoped it would be, maybe the dog was barking the entire time you were trying to meet. Maybe your kids grumbled the entire time you had to drag one of them to the couch. Listen, that's normal. Okay. My encouragement here is that at the end of every week, our commitment is to follow up with you, see how you're doing. Our commitment is to walk with you as you do this, to make sure that you have all the support, all the things that you need, tidbits, whatever. And even if you miss a week, if you make a mistake and you don't get it done, hang in there, stay the course. Remember your whys. Remember why you started this thing, and to hang on. So at week one, make sure that you're checking in with us every Friday, because that's your healthy dose of encouragement and accountability to keep you moving forward. Okay. So this week we were looking at Matthew chapter 4 as a family. And then in digging deeper, we looked at Luke chapter 5. Now, the reason we did that was because we wanted to dig deeper into this story. And there's a lot more attached to this story in Luke than it is in Matthew. But the point is, when Jesus calls, you got to move. So the section of scripture that I'm going to read you comes from this illustration here. In verse 11, it says, "And when they had brought their boats to land, they left everything and followed him." We're at a moment in your life, specifically you. I don't want this just to be for your family and just for your marriage and just for your kids. This is for you. God's calling you, hey, follow me. I don't know what that section is. Maybe it's out of sin. Maybe it's a deeper walk with the Lord. Maybe it's a commitment to reading God's, whatever that is. Maybe it's just the next 8 weeks with your family. You can't do that alone. You got to do that in his power. Okay. So as you do this, make sure that you are prayed up. You are praying over your kids. You're praying over your family. You're praying over the time that you guys spend together. But leave it all behind. Whatever's dragging you down, whatever's holding you back, whatever it is, let it go. Leave it on the beach and go follow Jesus. Because this adventure it's an invitation of a lifetime. You can't outgive God. Their next steps as they answered this call to follow the Lord were massive steps in changing history. Okay, impacted eternity because they responded. Don't miss that invitation for you. Okay, and so also this is at the end of the week. I'll remind you every single week. This is a good time to review. At the end of your leader guidebook, there's a few empty pages. You can jump in there and journal the whole journey with your family. It's a good idea. But also write down the things that were your distractions, the hurdles that you bumped into. At Famplify, we call them whoops and poops. Things that really went well, we want to encourage those and set those things up to repeat the whoops or make them better. And then the poops. What are the things that we can fix? What are the things we bumped into that either tripped us up, got us buried down, or didn't go the way that we planned? How do we fix those things or cut them out completely so that the next time we meet, we're getting better? We learn from our mistakes. So with that, I hope you're encouraged. Know that we're praying for you. Be praying for everybody else, and encourage your kids. If they showed up ready or if they did something follow up with them. Tell them, hey, I'm praying for you and I'm really proud that you fill in the blank. Okay. And then if somebody struggled, didn't want to be there, they pouted through the whole thing, they wrestled with the whole thing, or they just flat out protested, follow up with them, give them some grace and just say, hey, I know that this is really something that the Lord wants to speak in your life. Let's do it together. Okay. With that, have a great week. God bless.